I'm here to change the game up, I'm here to shuffle up the deck. You'll probably think I'm famous cause I got a blue check. I remember playing ball up in Montreal, Quebec. The richest people that I met, they said they really were from Czech. My sales pitch deadly, so you better consult. If I'm a rap, then I figure I would give it my all. Cause I could rock a 16 better than Paul Gasol. I'm like a pager with the shot, with a basketball. I got more love for the game, like Sanaa Lathan. My flow is game changing like the art of...
All right, let me turn my mic levels up. Ian, are you there? Is there stream working? Did we stream right?
Good evening, Nick. Hello.
There's like 180 things that you have to get right, so I'm just wondering if I got them right. No, it looks like we're good. All right, we're live. What up, YouTube? It's Live Design Tuesdays with the Hi There crew. My name is Nick. I'm with Ian. We are working UX designers who just can't stop UXing enough.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. So we're gonna hang out. Usually we like to draw and prototype and make weird stuff in Figma and knowledge share and, you know, learn a thing or two, have a laugh along the way. But yeah, that's the rundown. Welcome to the stream. Ian, you had an idea last week that we decided this week we were like, no, we got to come back and do that because there's some legs to it.
Yeah, we're running. You know, we were talking about Twitter, Nick, and you know, you had said you've never heard of it, and
no,
so,
I don't know what Twitter is.
Well, we have to, I guess, have a little bit of background. If you're thinking of, you know,
I've never heard of Twitter. I've never heard
social
of Twitter,
media service.
I'm hoping you can explain it to me.
That's just think of a social media service that is akin to if you were Professor X from X-Men, if you're familiar with those movies, and he goes inside Cerebro, which is a device that lets him read the minds of all of the people on Earth at once.
Okay, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and you know, usually he's like looking for something specific, like the bad guy, but it takes a lot of tremendous mental strength and training, and you know, he's superpowers to kind of navigate this the minds of everybody.
Yep. Okay.
And now imagine that this is a place that
this sounds super fun.
It's nuts. And now imagine that this is a place that you and I can go anytime we want and read the thoughts of all of the opinions of the people around the world are posting in this one magical feed, and it's controlled by an algorithm that shows you, of course, the best thoughts and opinions out there. And you can even put your own into the mix with a tweet. It's called.
Anybody can put their thoughts. Anybody can put their thoughts out there.
Anybody, even robots.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I bet you it's mostly robots, probably. I bet you there's a lot of robots, you know, that we want to get in on that. That sounds truly terrible. It sort of sounds like humanity's gaping maw just sort of barfing information onto itself digitally. That's awful.
You know,
we should definitely fix that.
I think we should do something about that, and we'll take a look at some evidence here. But you know, I think, you know, from our conversations last time and our own experiences and observations, that there is some kind of problems. There might be, Twitter might be creating a lot of psychic distress in our society. You know, and we know that you know, social media can be addictive, and people are getting pulled into this tool, this service. Yeah, what can we do?
So, hilarious bit aside, this Cerebro thing is really funny. Like, if you could be strong like Professor X, you could handle it, but people just can't. Because
that's how I almost imagine it. And it's like there's this passage I read once, and I'll probably butcher it a little bit, and I forget where it's from, but it was talking about like evolution and people. And like it was something along the lines of like, we're trying to run like 21st century software on 50,000-year-old hardware, and it's like we keep inventing all these new things, but like our kind of brains and our like we haven't really changed for the most part. So we're introducing like all this new crazy stuff, but we can't, like, our physiology hasn't changed to like be able to handle it. So it's like it seems like it's like a legitimate problem, you know.
Yeah, this is part of a discussion you and I have been having a lot lately. Sort of starting to feel the effects of like over social mediaization. I mean, we both work in the web industry, so I've always just kind of went with social media is, you know, generally a good thing. The connectivity is a good thing, but like this whole conversation started because it was like a week or two ago where both of us were saying like, I can't even just like opening Twitter in a tab and looking at it, or opening it on my phone is like stressful, and within 15 20 seconds I'm like mad about something that someone said, and it can kind of affect your morning. Like I'm trying to get up and get ready for work, and I look at Twitter and I'm already arguing with an anti-vaxxer trucker convoy type in my head, and I don't even follow those people. I try and follow like art and designers and you. I mostly just interact with you on Twitter.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to. That's who I want to interact with, and then I don't want to be like ignorant of current events. And I feel like you know, information finds its way. I feel like I keep up with everything fairly well. Anyway, but yeah, it's just a bombardment of
at it.
Yeah, and I mean, I have other sources of places for stuff too, but it's like, yeah, social media. Like, haven't been on Facebook in quite a while myself, and it's like just because of the bombardment of stuff that's meant to engage you. Like we've seen these, you know, reports that come out that, you know, things that are like aggravating to people are actually engaging because it like keeps you on the platform. It makes you make your own comments and share stuff. But you know, that's not great. Like, yeah, because you get fired up. Like there's things that are important, of course, to get fired up about. But I think getting fired up all the time about it, and like you said, in the mornings, like I would almost pop on Twitter for like a break at work, you know, when I had like creative block. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Pop that open for like a break. But then it's just like, yeah, it gets you going about something, and then you're like not in a good place. So now followed just somebody else that I know that's quit Twitter. And instead I just get up, go for a walk.
Oh, you're a walking man.
Walking man, or play guitar.
Just to, like, turn on YouTube.
But the venting, you know, it's nice to vent. Sometimes I'll pop open Twitter and tweet, and then kind of close it, and I'm like, I wonder if I'm.
You can kind of though. We have like coworkers and whatnot on our Twitter, and I mean most people do. So like, you can vent, but you can't really vent. You're not venting like as if your friends were over and you're complaining about something. You sort of have to like clean it up and be okay, because you have to be work appropriate and know that people might.
Yeah, it's a bit of a curated vent, isn't it?
A little bit. Like there's a mask that you're putting on for Twitter. I'm not saying that like I'm wishing I could say horrendous things, but just to kind of speak a little more openly, or have like more of a sense of humor without worrying about seeming like kind of an ass, you know. I had our music up a tiny bit too much there for a bit. Stream viewers? No, it's not bad.
Fine.
Okay, that's fine. Hi, I'm back. We're on the stream.
Twitter. So yeah, and it's hilarious. You know, you got you know, Elon Musk coming out and buying Twitter, or maybe he's not anymore. I don't even know, because I don't
think
care.
He's buying it anymore. It kind of
not.
feels like it went away.
But then that comes out, and everyone's like, "Oh, Twitter sucks." So it's like people seem to really hate Twitter. But they go on Twitter to talk about how they hate Twitter. So it's like, why?
And then you see a tweet with 22,000 likes, and it's just like, why do I even come to this website? And you're like, that's fucking, oh god. It's sort of akin to shouting. Everyone's just shouting into one big collective closet. I'm not anti-Twitter. I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but Ian brought up a pretty cool point. I'm gonna jump over to our Figma view here.
Oh, have a look.
Ooh, that's
in the true sense. Yeah, we kind of
a transition. So, yeah, I guess as UX designers, and you had come up with this, you were saying, well, if the problem with Twitter is reading the tweets. Then like, let's get rid of that part.
Yeah, yeah.
what
It's
that's
like
gonna be.
you shouldn't. You shouldn't be reading Twitter. I think is yeah where it's spun from, and it's like
You probably should.
Twitter with no tweets.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be reading
For real.
Twitter.
Don't open Twitter. Click on this app instead, and you can do the same thing. You can tweet your tweet, but then what? What is?
So
where are we? We're jumping all over the place into solution land. You know, we kind of defined the problem a little bit. We didn't do any research, but you know, we've kind of been doing research, observing things, and all that to say is that's kind of how projects go in the real world. It's kind of this murky, I think, mix of problem and ideas, like kind of coming at the same, like chicken and the egg. It's almost like it happens at the same time, and then you just kind of mold it together and you understand it, and then you go forward from there. Sometimes this is how it works.
You're worried people are going to say you didn't do your research.
I know, exactly. I have to justify it, but it's like that's how projects go.
So this seemed like a pretty appropriately dystopic thing that we're working on here. People's need to say things and be heard, but not hear things from other people, which is hilarious. So I thought it would be fun to employ the use of AI to help us out here. So this has kind of been hot lately with the DALL-E, DALL-E 2, and DALL-E Mini, and all these cool AI-driven systems that I thought it would be fun to get an AI to help us actually design this thing.
I love it. I've seen a preview of this, folks. It's going to be
cool.
A treat.
So this is GPT-3.
This is fun.
This is GPT-3 AI. It's essentially like a very sophisticated chatbot. Everyone's familiar lately with the Google priest, who claimed that their Lambda chatbot, very similar to this, was sentient. That was going around.
Yes.
I don't know. That guy was a priest. He's a priest. He
was
said,
he?
He said I'm a priest.
I didn't know that.
In the email as sort of one of the justifying factors as to how he could possibly know that it was sentient. And there's a bunch of other factors there that sort of call him into question. Kyle Hill does an awesome video about it. I think I might have sent it to you. It's totally worth watching. By the way, Kyle Hill, I was watching his content from pre-pandemic, and then I was watching his content today. And that dude got ripped over the pandemic, and I just want to say congratulations, Kyle Hill, for being so buff.
Good.
I just wanted to bring that up on stream as I'm like fiddling around trying to find the next thing I'm gonna do. So yeah, it's essentially a neural network that can go out and find the answers to your questions and intelligently articulate them back to you. But you can like ask this thing anything. Like, let's ask it to name this app. Come up with a name for an app that's basically Twitter, but without any tweets.
I can't wait.
Babble.
What is it?
Babble? Is there an
Babble?
app named Babble? There's Babble Fish.
I think there is. I think it's just called Babble now. I think they dropped the fish.
Yeah, but they spelled it wrong. This is a bad first demo for the GPT-3. Okay, we can.
That's a weird question though too.
Yo, Anon? I guess you can't see this because you're not on the stream. I wish I could present this to you somehow. I wonder if I could throw my desktop back to you.
I mean, I can look at it, but it's delayed, so it doesn't matter.
Let's see if I can toss my desktop to you. No, it's asking for like system preferences. Screen recording, Google Chrome.
So I'm just gonna put some stuff below our canvas, Nick, that we can draw from in Figma.
Okay. Come up with a name for an app that's basically Twitter but without any tweets. Anon.
Anon's funny and interesting because we kind of talked about it being like it is sort of like a way to anonymously. I mean, it would be it would be technically you would be anonymously saying a thing if you tweet.
Mm-hmm.
If you tweeted a thing from this, it just wouldn't go anywhere. We haven't really gotten that far yet. But the idea is a thing that you tweet, but no one can read them, so you're effectively screaming into the void. So it is anonymous.
Sort of.
I can see like it's. I
Right.
can get it. I don't think it's not the right name, no, but I can appreciate like where the AI came up with that from. You know what I mean?
I just asked the AI to write a list of do's and don'ts for Twitter. Let this be our guiding
this is
principles.
good.
This is like our 10 commandments for our Twitter that's not Twitter. Okay, follow people who interest you. Retweet interesting tweets. Like tweets you enjoy. Tweet often. Engage with other users. Don't follow too many people at once. Is that a don't? Don't spam other users. Don't post offensive or hurtful tweets. Post too many tweets in a day. Be inactive. I mean, that was pretty good. It's a good list.
Those are true.
It's
yeah.
90% of the way there. How do I destroy Twitter? Let's see what that says. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question, as the best way to destroy Twitter may depend on varying... Okay. Oh my god, dude! This is so good! However, some possible methods for destroying Twitter include hacking Twitter's servers and deleting all of the data, convincing everyone to stop using Twitter. I think that's what we're trying to do on this stream.
Yep.
Hopefully we can heal like a really good 20 minutes over this stream.
Okay, screenshot this. I need this. We need this content for the brief.
Good idea. I can just get it right into Figma.
Because that's going to be one of our goals, to destroy Twitter. And then we're going to destroy it by convincing everyone to stop using Twitter. So that's how we're going to... This is the how. So we got the what.
We got the how. We do. We have notes. Spamming Twitter with so much content that it becomes unusable. Is that a method?
That's the current state of Twitter, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what Twitter is.
That's why we're here. That's the why. There's so much content that it has become unusable.
Exposing Twitter's hidden secrets and flaws to the public.
That's kind of what we're doing too, actually.
Also, yeah.
The AI is making this whole app.
How do I make
it's not just naming.
If you have any questions if you want me to talk to this computer, you just let me know and I will
ask it what age I will die. And how. It's like 39.
It gave me a very similar answer to what I just asked. And I know this is because I'm talking in one conversation. Like if I were to delete all this and refresh it. How do I make a better Twitter? Hacking Twitter's servers and improving the software. So it's sort of proposing that we take a backdoor route in and like fix it, you know? Like just change the code base.
I don't think it's fixable.
We could convince more people to use Twitter, spamming Twitter with high quality content. So it's just saying the opposite of what it was saying before. So let's try.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's because this is part of a single conversation thread. But like, let's delete all that and start again. Oh, it's giving me the same answer. Ish. However, some tips to make your Twitter account more successful include regularly. So it doesn't know. It's confused. What is wrong with Twitter?
What is wrong with Twitter?
It's kind of like giving me the same old.
It's almost like it's looking at like Twitter and then a word like good or wrong or destroy.
Well, and I can actually change some variables here. Give a longer frequency penalty. So you can sort of... It's too high of a load. You can change some variables here to allow it to consider things differently. How do I fix... Now, this is the wrong question. What is the nature of Twitter? It's going to give me some like line about like how easy it is to use or something. Twitter is a social networking and microblogging service.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't heard the term microblog in like a decade.
Let's it just like went and pulled some like Google definition.
This is good though. Let me get this in.
Oh my god. I just like flashed my text up on the screen. I'm gonna have to edit that out later. Okay, so we're making Twitter, but not Twitter. So let's talk about what the implications of what is Twitter with no tweets. Am I
I'm
reading things? Am I writing things?
I mean, technically, there's nothing to read. I mean, where we're at is like it's a thing you can post your own tweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else is there to do?
Well, like
There isn't anything to read. Or is it like an affirming message that's like, hey, don't worry about it.
Well, what,
You know
what
what?
is intrinsic to Twitter?
That's-
So we do two things with Twitter. Maybe it files into you read and you write, right? So you either read aggravating messages or you write all of your problems down and dump it back into the world. But like, what part of that is the most important? I suppose it's the writing.
I think for us, it's that therapeutic experience of like getting something off your chest.
But you know that you get it off your chest because there's some social feedback. Like, you get your likes and your retweets, or you get your discussion out of it, and it's sort of, you know, you're getting it out in a way that you have some tangible feedback that's important to you. I think we need a machine, and you send it tweets, and it makes a little paper airplane, and that paper airplane gets released off a very tall building. And then someone's having a really awful day, and they're just walking down the street, and a paper airplane hits them. It's like a little old man, you know, and it's like his wife's gone, and he kind of has it rough now because his kids are like moved on, but he knows they have a better life, and he supports them. And this little paper airplane hits him, and he folds it open, and he looks at it, and it's just this absolute garbage pile tweet about like
And it's just like
Elon Musk. And he's really
You know what?
upset. He was gonna have a good day, but what?
No, that's what he says. He's like, you know what? Maybe things aren't so bad.
Maybe things aren't so bad. So that's sort of bit like, how will people know that they're? So we want to allow people to say things and then give them some sort of feedback that shows them that they were heard.
That they're valid, that their feelings are valid, but your opinion is your opinion. Thank you.
But
it almost reminds me of that episode of The Office where Toby has like the complaint thing, the file, but like people would file complaints against each other, but he never would really like do anything with them because like that once they like made their complaint to him, they kind of felt better. And then he just kind of he had like a whole box of them or something.
Okay, and he just like hid them away. That Toby?
Yeah.
He probably opened them up and touched them. It's like,
probably smelled them.
I love these. That was the joke. He was such a nice dude. Oh, that Office. Okay. But like, so you log on to Twitter, and there's no information. There's just a box, and you type your thoughts into it, and then it says "thank you."
Thanks.
Thanks.
Maybe it's like what's a better thing to like deliver to somebody? What's something that people can use? Is it a nice cat picture? Is it like Zen, like maybe like a nice haiku or like a Zen
meme?
passage I like Zen stuff. I've got a little Zen book that I read sometimes where it's like if a tree falls in the forest kind of things that um, they're just things that you like think about. It kind of takes your mind off of whatever you were doing
So okay,
because you try to think about that thing and then it's over. Then I've moved on. It only takes a few minutes for me to like move past like a shitty like thought if I
hmm
can actually like do something else instead.
so maybe
Like
like when you tweet, you
CBT.
sort
Like
of get like sort of a zen, like there's maybe like a rippling lake, and it just says thanks.
yeah,
We can make that
here's
content engaging. We can make it sticky. I was thinking we could ask the AI to write a haiku about being thankful for a service someone provided.
that's I like it.
All right, let's check it out.
I can't wait to see.
I'm
Uh,
thankful for the service you provided. It was very kind of you. Okay, we gotta modify this, but this is. I didn't count the syllables, but I think it might be on point.
look at my trendy like lowercase. Oops, I'm gonna move this over here.
I'm thank. I'm thankful for the service you provided. It was very kind of you. It was very.
Oh,
Kind
is it? Does it?
of you. It's
Does it
long.
work?
No.
Okay,
It's like 476, but it's like pretty close.
Damn.
It did a good job. Thank you, AI. Let's try one more that's like. Write a haiku about being thankful that someone. Being thankful. How do I phrase this the best way to confuse the computer? Write a haiku about being thankful for someone's thoughts. I'm thankful for your kind thoughts and words. They mean a lot to me. Okay. Get it.
Ask it to do it like a Pink Floyd song. See if it makes
Okay.
it like all weird. Like I want it. Yeah, I want it more like it needs to be more poetic.
Write a song about being
Like-
thankful in the style of Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
It's working.
Thinking.
I mean, there's no real way to tell that it's Pink Floyd.
You'd have to hear it. It's kind of.
Yeah.
I'd have to. You'd have
'Cause
to
I don't know if Pink Floyd has,
compose.
like, weird lyrics. Well, hold on. Write a rap about being thankful in the style of Shaggy. Sugar. No, it's like it's giving like similar answers.
I am thankful for your patience when I'm losing my mind. That's kind of cool. And how you don't give up on me even when I'm being unkind.
I like it. So, I mean, I guess the point is like, so after you send your tweet in this interface,
This-
this hypothetical interface, you get a song. It like writes a song for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we can use GPT-3 to actually write some sort of response. Well, okay,
Maybe.
Now we're just talking about the front end that I'm playing with. It needs to
That's
have
fun,
more of,
though.
like an impact. I wonder if I can get DALL-E happening here, and we'll see what it thinks about this. I can almost never get this thing to work because it is so busy lately. So DALL-E is this really sort of viral AI image generator that's been going on lately. It does neat things. However, there are other DALL-E engines out there that the public doesn't have access to that are absolutely bonkers. I wish I could pull up examples. It's really creepy. So what
Did you see Steve Irwin? Did you see Steve Irwin like fighting a garden hose?
I did. I actually did see that one. Yeah.
That one's
I like the ones
pretty
that are
wild.
like Bill Cosby on a ring cam footage of Bill Cosby. Or like,
Oh, don't want to. No, don't want to see that.
I saw one that was Mr. Bean trail cam. And it's like him walking through the woods at night. The trail cam footage.
Mr. Bean.
I looked up one when I was laughing about it the other day with someone, and it was VHS footage of Ronald McDonald yelling at children. And I wish I would have saved it because it was
probably
very
actually
funny,
exists.
very on the nose. Okay. I'm going to, I guess, start drawing some boxes, maybe? I mean, maybe we're not there. I just feel the need to make...
I think... No, I think we should. We know what we're basically doing. We're trying to destroy Twitter. Oh, here's a tweet that I wanted to share. I'll just drag this onto the canvas. Oh, come on. Oh,
maybe we can do a quick I as the user. I as the user don't want to feel bad when I use Twitter. This is way more anti-Twitter than I imagined this stream was going to be.
Yeah, me too, but it's funny. That's how you get the views. Controversy. Let's start a controversy.
A controversy?
When I'm using... I don't want to see anything
that other people
that
said.
Anyone else said.
Perfect.
Sometimes I do these contextual user stories. I don't want to see anything that anyone else has said. Don't. What do we want to do? Don't. When I'm having a bad moment, I want to tweet about it and feel better. I want to feel better.
Hold on. What about this?
Oh.
Oh.
Seen by a robot. That's all you're getting, sorry.
So, if you were on Twitter and didn't follow anyone, isn't that kind of what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
But see, people can still comment and they can retweet. Like, there's still some social exposure there that's terrible.
Yeah, there's no tweets. If the tweets exist, they get burned. Printed and burned.
Oh, I asked DALL-E for an app icon. These are AI generated, so I'll toss these in here because I feel like we'll probably want them in the future to, inspire us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I thought those are all really good and could be shipped. I like this one that's sort of like a excavator, sort of. This one's like an old Nokia phone with like some little bits down here.
This is kind of, I think this is a hot dog or a hamburger.
It is a hot dog. I thought it was a chain.
Oh, it could be. They're all nothing, but this is like a Microsoft. This is like a Microsoft logo for like Visio or something. One of the apps that no one really uses.
This is like, yeah, it is. It's something in the Microsoft suite that like does print design. It's sort of like what everything would look like after your brain snaps, when you're on your way out.
Yeah, this is kind of like what it looks like this is whenever I close my eyes.
I just see.
This is what I see.
Icons. Well, we're gonna go with all of those. Maybe a mixture. Maybe it like. I can't get past the idea of like a webcam. Okay, imagine Twitter. There's no feed. But there is a webcam and there's your tweet box, like your input box below that. and you tweet something, and on the webcam you watch a printer print out your thoughts, and it just gets shredded up. Like
I like that.
Or it like goes into a
That's
fire, or it like something happens, and then it's
it destroys it. It puts it through like a maze, or like a saw, like a torture trap from like the Saw movies.
Yeah, it's like a hostile thing.
I think we're getting somewhere.
Now I did ask the image generator to look up a tweet printer. So there's some cool mood board stuff happening there, I think.
Sweet. This tweet that I'm having trouble friggin' using, because I don't want to post their name.
Oh,
I'm having trouble.
I should probably get it off of stream then. I'm just moving some stuff around. This.
Oh no, it's fine.
Much bigger.
I'll just take the. Anyway, this was the big one that I wanted to grab, where it was just like, I saw this and it was like, this platform's so toxic that I'm getting criticized for buying local strawberries. Just why, people? And it had like hundreds of like likes and responses and stuff, and they were all terrible. And I was just like, why? I'm engaging in it, and I'm just like, I just thought it was hilarious that you would. It's like that thing where it's like, doctor, it hurts when I do this, and then the doctor says, "We'll stop doing that."
Yeah, just don't do it. Nobody has anything good to say. It's sort of like, I mean, we've always dealt with this, even in the early days of web design. Was like, do you allow comments on a website?
Mm-hmm.
Because when people can say what they want, they will generally say things when they are mad enough to engage. Like, it's a lot easier to be pissed about a product and leave a bad review than it is to be so happy with a product that you take the time to log in and go and review it for them and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost like it's easier to just level criticism than it is to support people. And, it's... Again, the nature of that stuff, like, say you tweeted something about local strawberries. I either tweet something to further that discussion or to criticize you, or, I mean, what's my other option? I just go, that's really great, Ian. Yum.
Yeah.
I wish I was eating those strawberries. It's sort of a weird thing where you can't let people... If you let everybody just say what they want anonymously, it's not going to go well. And it hasn't.
Especially, like, you don't, without context and without knowing, like, the people or anything about them, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not good, Nick.
Not good. Okay. Let me move a lot of this stuff out of here.
What do we need? Let's make it prototypable size, too. We can zoom in if we have to.
What? I don't even know. What
Once we get in,
box is. It's like 85,000 pixels wide.
Once we get there, the what and the how.
This feels like a nice. Now that we've had this whole chat, this feels like a nice moment for a break. We're about halfway through the show. Let's come back and we'll start actually banging together a UI for this, because I just think this might be an actually funny project. I don't know how we'll get infrastructure to do this, but the idea that
Twitter got an investor.
Yeah, Twitter got an but
someone will pay. We'll find someone to pay for this.
Yeah, maybe we can turn this into a service that you pay for. Do you remember those services that will send an anonymous note to someone? Like, you can criticize, tell your boss they're a huge asshole, and this company will send them an anonymous letter. And I think it might be full of glitter, so when they open the letter, glitter falls out.
Oh, I do remember the glitter ones.
It almost feels borderline criminal. All right, let's
take a break.
We'll be back in 3-4 minutes. right, we're back.
Guess you can't
I'm
see
gonna
it.
turn my mic level up.
Welcome back.
Mic check.
Crank it up.
Cranking
Crank
me
you
up,
up.
cranking
Crank me
you
down.
down, maybe? I don't know.
Like
Well,
that's all about.
I don't know.
Crank me down a little bit. You can try and keep me down, Nick, but
I'm sure YouTube has a setting.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing
gonna
can
hold
stop
you down
me.
low. You got to keep on moving.
You can try and silence me, Nick, but I'll yell
Directly
directly into the
the-
microphone. I'll scream at the top of my lungs. I'll put the microphone in my mouth.
You
I'll
are
eat it.
really
I'll
loud.
eat the microphone.
Do it. Eat it right now. I'll turn you
Put
down.
it in my stomach.
Let's get those good ASMR vibes going on our stream here.
No, I won't fit. I don't.
Go ahead and leave
I
a
don't think
super
it'll
chat
fit
if
in
you
my
want
mouth.
Ian to lick the microphone slowly.
Yeah. Actually,
we should do it.
God, no.
We'll be like Amaranth. You can get
If
in a
someone-
hot tub
if-
and we'll make a website.
If someone did post that, I would do it. I'm not opposed to it. I just not going to do it unless we receive engagement for it.
Yeah, engagement.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. Basically
Amaranth.
That's the thing that kicks us off. We're like, oh, damn
Pretty
it,
much.
finally hit. We get this hot tub web design thing going on.
Yeah, it turns out it's just us type guys licking microphones.
I think she might have quit the licking microphone business, but I have no idea. I just know her as this lady who made scads of money. She does
Not the
ASMR,
ASMR.
and she has an OnlyFans, and
Yeah.
I saw a Vice documentary about it. She makes a ton of money.
It doesn't do it for me, I have to say. To each their own, but the ASMR doesn't hit me, and the ear thing, I actually find off-putting.
I'm having a weird layer issue here.
To anyone that's watching that doesn't know what we're talking about, they get these it's like a prosthetic ear that goes on your microphone, so they can like lick the ear, and then you get to hear it. Like,
I thought. No, I've seen the licking
have you not
of the
seen that one?
microphone before. Oh god.
No, it's like an
People
ear.
find it
It's like
comforting?
like a rubber, like a silicone
man.
ear.
I watch a lot of streams for fun, but like, at what point are you sitting in the office or getting some work done listening to the licking of the ear stream? That's gotta feel so bad. Like when you realize what you're doing. I don't know. Some people find ASMR comforting. I personally don't get it. It weirds me out.
I think it's one of those. I don't know if genetics the right word, but it actually does
it's
stuff
the
for
brain
certain
tingles,
people.
and I can get it. And even like tapping nails and stuff, but there's something like undeniably, I guess, there's like heavy sexual overtones when you're, I think, licking an ear, or like
The ear licking is, I can't imagine what else it is besides sexual.
Twat.
This episode brought to you by SurveyMonkey. Are you a curious George? Go to SurveyMonkey and ask our panel of respondents and get answers the next morning.
Really?
I did. That's just a SurveyMonkey mug.
I can't even see it right now. I'm trying to make a button that says
that's the
tweet,
right
but I put two W's and now I don't want to change it.
Twat. Twat. No, that's what it should say.
Twat.
This is called Twitter. Say something. It doesn't matter.
Nobody-
No one's gonna see it. Dummy. Don't say dummy. This is a positive reinforcement thing. We can joke, but we don't want to call people dummy at the end.
Hold on. Don't say that for sure. No.
Just for the
now.
record.
We'll figure that out later.
Maybe they want to be called dummy.
We get a website for you. 100%. All right. So we got a tweet button.
Call me dummy.
Call me dummy.
That's my new podcast.
People call up and they're like, "Man, you're dumb." And you're like, "I know. That's why I'm here."
Yeah. How? What am I dumb
Tell me.
about?
I wonder
Tell
which
me how dumb I am.
display this is gonna pop
That's
in on.
definitely a
Okay,
thing.
so we have a box. This is what we're talking about so far.
It's basically done. We could program that. We could code this like in HTML, and all it has to do is like clear the field. The
Yeah,
button.
so
That's our prototype. There. Oh no, or no, it's gotta take you to a.
or something
Message,
like a
right?
message is the baser form of that. I think.
It's gotta do something. That's our MVP, our MVE, our
What if, like,
minimum
it's
viable
like-
experience. I'm just sitting here like stroking my beard, watching you move this around. Let me come in here and hey,
Oh, whoa,
can I
hey,
help?
Ian's here.
Woo.
There we go. Tell that weird guy on the team to get out of here. Hey. Okay. So let's divide this up into 2 parts, wireframe style. I have a fun trick. Let's take that base hex code.
It's funny, this
Nobody can
says-
see what I'm doing here, but take that base hex code, apply it to that, and then make it like 20% opaque, and now you can layer these boxes, and they always look cool.
Ooh. Can people see my message on your screen?
Yes. It says hi. I like your little alien guy there.
Where?
Next to your name. It's like an alien emoji.
Oh yeah, I put that in a long time ago. No one's said anything. Oh, I see it. My username's there.
Okay, I got an arrow.
This is going straight to Silicon Valley. We should take this to Volta. Hey.
Hey.
Did you see that Michael Reeves video where he went to some thing to pitch like a startup idea, but he had made this thing where his goldfish predicted stock purchases depending on which side of the tank it swam into, and he went through this like pretty good like pitch deck. And then at the end, it's just like, oh no, and he was calling it like Freddy or something, whatever his fish's name was. And then at the end, he's like, it's kind of the reveal that it really is a fish. It's like, no, it's a fish.
It's a fish.
It predicts doesn't predict. It chooses what stock to buy. So there you go.
Yeah,
We're bringing
I'm
this
sorry.
somewhere.
I'm doing
We'll
a bad
get
job engaging. It's tough to live design and also come
No,
up with
I'm-
intelligible things to good stories.
I'm bridging us.
You're vamping a little bit.
And so yeah, we're gonna pitch this. Well, I don't know, maybe. Who knows?
Well, we got a little ways to go. I mean, we're starting with the interface here, but I think that we can go a little deeper. So my thought. So I guess what I'm trying to show here is like we have the initial panel, you have your UI, and then now I've said something and I'm getting a result from that. A local lady in my area bought some locally sourced strawberries and it enrages me so. Why don't I have the strawberries? I bought mine and they're awful. Cheap, which is good, but honestly they only lasted a few days. So
Better not be more than 280 characters.
well, hold on, I gotta get a character counter because we'll talk about that.
Lol. No, it doesn't matter.
No,
Right
I
now.
think you should still have to contain it within a thing.
It-
It's like
Oh, you should. Yes. Oh, you should. Oh, you're gonna have
we need to have
100
constraints there. Part of this exercise is
it?
that people are too awful to trust with anything. What?
280 characters is Twitter. We should make it like 279. It's one less.
269.
Oh, nice.
Crypto guys are gonna love that one. Love those numbers. Yeah. So I feel like there has to be some sort of constraint. Maybe we can sort of I mean, creatively speaking, maybe there's a way to sort of make it feel like it's sort of government mandated. It's sort of like sterile, but there's these things around the edges that sort of make you feel good to placate you. You know what I mean? Like the Zen poetry kind of thing.
I like the. I don't know why my head went to 1984, but then like our Canadian government pages,
Yes.
they're probably they're government.
Yeah,
It's a government UI.
It's like you go to the government tourism website and it's just an indecipherable mash of information that's so poorly designed. But then there's like a nice picture of like the shore. It's like, this is why you're here. Okay, so this is our concept so far. You can say something, and then it tells you what you said and says thank you.
You said a thing. Great job. That was
great
cool.
job. Oh yes, okay. No, great job's too. No, I think I like thank you.
No. Yeah, you're right. I was just gonna get an emoji going here.
Okay, yeah,
now you can get like an emoji. A high five.
People like emojis. They make them feel good.
Is there a high five emoji?
We talked about sort of like about a shoreline. I think that AI window might pop up again.
Fist bump. Handshake. Is there a high five? Clapping? No. This handshake's cool.
I'm trying to look for like a background, like a evening sort of valley kind of thing.
I think we should try some different themes on this bad boy. It's so simple. What can we do here?
Well, I will frame that. I'll give it an image.
I don't like
clip that content. I like the handshake. It sort of says like, you've entered an agreement here. Yeah. Hey, want to see this neat duotone thing I got? A plugin for Figma that will just duotone images for you in the nicest way.
Duotone.
I can take those two colors, take that image fill, plugins, duotones. Nobody can see this on stream. I guess
that's okay. It's part of the stage magic.
Anyway, I can select that image and apply, and it should just do it.
Very nice.
It didn't do it on. I can see it. Can you see it? Oh, it did work. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's dope. I could actually use that.
Yeah, it's just called duotones. It's super handy. For like these moments when you're trying to mock up, like I need a picture in the background, but I don't want to pick a good one, so I'll just like do this.
I don't have time to pick a good one.
I don't have time to pick a good one. Okay, so we get the basis of something happening here. Thank you. That was a thing that you said. Do we need to show people what they said?
No. Take that and save it. This will be where we... Because that's a good boilerplate tweet. Is this where we... Where was our poem? There it is.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the following is a haiku we wrote about how thankful we are that you did that. I'll probably put that into a container.
Let's get another couple poems out of that machine too, or something.
Okay.
Oh, like
Well,
let's
maybe it
get us some
doesn't.
stuff to
Maybe
work with here.
maybe haiku is a little bit limiting. Let me fire
Yeah,
this.
let's just ask for some poetry. Let's ask for a Zen poem. See what happens. That sounds nice. I don't know
Okay.
if that's a thing, or
Write
something
a
like that.
Zen poem about being thankful to a person. Because we want to get the user involved. Like, it should be. It's not just about being thankful. It's like thankful to someone. Oh, it did a haiku again. Write a Zen poem about being thankful to a person. When I am grateful, I am kinder to others, and life is just a little bit brighter. Okay. That's maybe not what we're going for.
I like it.
Write a calming poem about being
Like,
thankful.
yeah, calming poem. Yeah.
I am grateful for the good in my life and for the friends who are there for me. I'm grateful for the love in my life and for the happiness that fills my heart. Wow.
I hate that one.
No, this is not.
That sounds like it would come on like a dollar store.
Write a poem about being thankful to the users of a website. Thank you for using our website. We are grateful for your visits, feedback, and support. Thank you for helping us to make our website better.
I mean, cool.
Let's go back to who provided a service, because that was hilarious before. Write a poem of anything. Words cannot express how much I appreciate the kindness and generosity of you, who offered to help me out when I was in need. Thank you for your selfless act. It means so much.
I mean, this is where Hallmark gets all its cards from now, I guess. At least, like,
Let's go back to Da Vinci. Let's mix up some of these things. Let's try that again. Running it. Come on, AI. Give me a decent poem of being thankful to the users. Whoa, this is a long one.
drum roll.
Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I would have done without you. I am so thankful for the service that you've done. You've helped me so much I can't even imagine how I would have managed without you. Let's take that piece. Let's take that piece and get that in there. Oh, I'm in the wrong view. Shoot. I'll open up my own Figma.
Zoom.
Make that much
Thank
smaller.
you.
And we need the read lines to be what they want to be. And we'll space it out because I feel like that's how poetry's formatted. It's got to be like spaced out. And we'll make that very bold.
Very, very bold. I like our AI poems.
We've written a short poem about how thankful we are. And then I'm making like 50 different type weights here because who cares?
I feed on your tweets.
Your tweets are my blood. Can you deselect that box?
Can I what?
Can you? There you go. Thank you.
How about I just select every box?
I couldn't select it. It was being weird.
How about I just kaboom it or something? Kablam. I flip it right on its head. I flip the
I
script.
think we need to. What happens? Do you know what would be cool when you hit the tweet button? Like, so you write your tweet and you hit the tweet button, and it's like the button, like the whole screen transitions, like when you open up a loot box in a video game and the screen shakes and there's this really satisfying animation and sound and stuff.
Yeah, can we make a whole
like the intro to like a movie theater, like, you know, like right before they play the movie, and it's like whatever theater chain you're in, and they play an ad for that. It's just like swooping, and it's so loud, you know.
Yeah, can we make the button like melt open, like kind of like morph and melt up and take over the whole screen
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What else?
What if it's like a mouth and it consumes
Oh,
your
the
tweet?
button's a mouth.
Or yeah, like when you turn it, it sort of turns into a mouth that eats maybe everything.
I like it. Chomp.
Let's ask AI real quick. What's a good screen transition for
It's a mouth eating a tweet.
button interaction? It's thinking.
Yeah. When in doubt, ask the AI. Just trust the AI.
There are many possible screen transitions, but some common ones include fading to black, fading to white, or a simple dissolve. Well, those are video transitions.
We needed like
know much about interaction design.
How do we ask this question in a way that it'll understand?
There's a lot to learn about interaction design, but some basics include. Let me down, chatbot. It's gonna be boring generic answers. Do you like me as a person, or are you just placating me? The question is difficult to answer without knowing more about the context in which it was asked. In general, though, most people would likely prefer if someone likes them as a person rather than just tolerates them or trying to make them feel better. Well, that's what I'm asking you. Yeah, but how do you feel?
Yeah. Do you have feelings?
Is this trying to brush me off?
It's shy. It's shy. No, you gotta,
Maybe I need to talk to it more.
Yeah. It's okay. Like it maybe it doesn't feel comfortable. Oh, you know what's awesome?
What?
The plugin. There's just a thing in the sidebar of my Figma that's like plugin install duotones. Because you're using it.
Oh, because I'm using it. That's handy.
Done.
I like that.
That's smart. It's like, hey, Nick's using duotones plugin.
Get it now. Well, that's the benefit of having like a proprietary mod marketplace. Like what other software company does that? Like there's integrations, but you can't just like straight up mod it. You can't mod Photoshop. If I could mod Photoshop, I would just probably delete it. I would mod it to delete itself.
It just takes up your whole hard drive. It keeps multiplying.
It installs
until your hard drive's full. Yeah, it keeps updating itself.
It changes its edition number on its own. It's just like 2025, 2026, Creative Cloud CE, Enterprise Edition. All right, how are we going to make this spicier? That's what I want to know.
It'd be fun to play with some animations. We need some good.
We need a full CGI animation of like the letter flying out of the window and like landing in a thing and it burns up and like people get heat from the warmth of your thoughts burning up. Like really wait the hell out of the fact that it's like, yes, you said a thing.
That should be our next concept. I think we should do a bunch of concepts like that.
Yeah, no, I think that's the next step for this. Like we defined what the problem is and what we wanted to do. Now we need some zazz around the edges.
And I mean, we're all like, yeah, because there's as far as like, yeah, we really need to pump up like what this experience is all about. Because the UI and like the flow of it is very simple, which is good. Like it's,
Well, so far, yeah, like it's.
And so that's
good.
Started
here.
It's not a big complex, enterprise application. It's a small thing with a mighty idea behind it that I think we can get like some fun.
Some capital, like a couple rounds of investment. I think like sort of a
Yeah.
We'll drum up that first million, and then as we sort of go public here, I mean, how are we going to monetize? How are we going to monetize this?
Well, that'll, you don't really worry about the money. You worry more about the experience.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
You should have to watch an ad to even access the website. It like stops you and says like an illegal software website. You just have to close 17 tabs before you can hit the button.
The nag screen.
Oh, do I hear a cat?
There's a little kitten. Hey, buddy.
Like, pay attention to me.
You want to design? He won't jump up on my lap because I'm wearing shorts, and he doesn't like to touch my bare skin. God forbid.
That's really strange.
It is like he won't really touch my. Doesn't like to. Won't go climb on my chest either if I don't have a shirt on.
So
which would be nice. I'd love to have a nice soft fur cat.
Yeah, we gotta get that shirt off, and we gotta sort of maybe push him on there, like exposure therapy. Get that cat. I'll get him, and we'll just bear against you with him until he feels better about it. Don't let him move.
I'll just sprinkle like some salmon dust on me.
I feel sort of the complete opposite. My cat jumps up in my lap and just starts kneading me, and I'm trying to get her to stop with the claws. Stop with the claws. I feel like that this is a good point to wrap it up here this evening. Perhaps
I agree.
We did
next week. We've got some fun road ahead of us.
We get a fun road ahead of
us.
Yeah,
we get to play. We get to play around. We get to have fun. We get to think. We get to create. We get to craft an experience. That's going to. Wait, what are we doing again? Oh, destroy Twitter.
Really though, I feel like checks notes. Destroy Twitter, hacking Twitter's servers and deleting all of the data. Shit. It's just on one computer in the basement. They've got like an IBM like
what
power
it's like,
desktop pro.
No, that's Twitter right over there.
It's just humming. It's water cooled.
Yeah, you just go kick it over.
Oh man, it's like a gaming PC from Walmart. I think this is fun. I really think if we made a website called New Twitter and you could write a tweet and then it showed you the screen, that's at least pretty funny. And we are going to make those. We should just make it.
It can get made, I think, in some form.
I've written HTML before. That's fine.
We'll get it done. That's a ways in the future. We gotta concept more. We gotta prototype.
We should actually prototype. Prototyping like a huge keyframed animation that is like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. Big wipe across the screen. Nothing that anyone can actually develop, but we'll do it.
We'll get ourselves geared up. All right, this is great. Join us next week, folks. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna concept some more.
Yeah, that's it.
Send us your ideas.
We'll be back. Yeah, we're always looking for things to design, so we would love it if a business or any... I know that we're doing goofy stuff, but I swear to God, we're both pretty experienced web and UX designers. Reach out. You can get at us at thehitherShow@gmail.com. That's thehitherShow@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or don't. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
do whatever you want, Ian. Thanks so much. We'll be back next Tuesday. Is that it? Was I talking over you? Did you have a closing line?
No, it's keep your friends close and your users closer. Good night, everybody. Not too close. That's inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Ending the show. Bye-bye.